You take your right foot off, you take your left foot off, you take a hand off, and you grab onto the peg. You do an no-foot peg grab and you land. Oh, hi there. I was just singing one of my favorite songs about one of my favorite tricks, the no-foot peg grab. The no-foot peg grab is super duper fun and cool, but before you go out and send it, it's a good idea to know how to do a few basic tricks. Since you're taking one hand and both feet off the stick, it's a really good idea to have the B-spence on lock. No footers, no handers, and nothings will also help. You should be proficient with all your peg grab variations like the peg grab, the judo, 1-foot peg grab. The more comfortable you are with all of these tricks, the easier and safer the no-foot peg grab will be to learn. The no-foot peg grab is, well, just that. It's a peg grab combined with a no-footer. To do the no-foot peg grab, you need to immediately kick your feet off to the sides of the pogo stick like you're doing a sick no-footer. Once your feet are on the way out, pull up on the handlebars until the pegs are about waist level. Grab onto the peg. At this point, you should be at the apex of the jump and also very balanced, not leaning too far forward or backwards. When it's time to land, push the handlebars down as quickly as possible to get the pegs back to feet level. Then pull into the handlebars into your hips to set the pogo stick underneath your body. If the stick is where it's supposed to be, the rest should be very similar to landing a no-footer. There are several motions going on simultaneously for this trick to work, so it's a good idea to know what you're doing before you take it to the skies. Let the air out of your pogo stick and start this trick on the ground. Practice the motion of pulling up on the bars, grabbing the pegs, putting it all back together again. You want to develop some muscle memory here of where to grab and how it feels before you take it to the skies for reals. Once you've figured out the motions on the ground, find a nice safe spot to fall and let's get cracking. Start with a few non-committed attempts to get a feel for how the stick acts in the air. Since you're going to be bailing, don't worry about extending your feet too far or jumping too high going into it. We're really just trying to get used to grabbing the peg, getting your hand back on the bars, and visualizing the landing. It's a pretty fluid motion and you should get comfy with it pretty quickly. Once you have that feeling down, it's time to commit and do it for real. Set up for the no-foot peg grab with some decent height. You want to have enough time in the air so that you're not in a hurry, but not so much height that you'll break yourself in half when you fall. Start with just a little bit of foot extension, getting off the pegs and back on as quickly as you can. After a few of these, you should be comfortable enough to start kicking your feet off further and further and grabbing on longer and longer. Once you've landed this, it's a great idea to learn it switch as well. Learning tricks on both strong and weak sides initially will help you a lot down the road. If you find yourself getting good extension and a good grab but can't get back on the pegs, chances are they're floating away from you. Keep the stick close to your body throughout the grab. You want to pull the bars straight up and push them straight back down to keep the pegs under your feet. If you can't seem to keep the pegs under you, try jumping into it with a small forward jump to help push the pegs under your feet. Well, there you have it. The no-foot peg grab is one of my go-tos. It's a ton of fun to do and it can look pretty sweet. If you liked this video, make sure you smash that freaking thumbs up button and subscribe to this channel as well so you don't miss out on any of our other videos. Drop us a comment below on what trick you'd like to see next. Till next time, take your feet off and land the no-foot peg grab. I really love doing no-foot peg grab variations because you can get really creative. You can do cool oppo side grabs, bar spin into no-foot peg grab, even Superman style no-foot peg grabs. It's also an integral skill for one of the coolest tricks, the no-foot cannonball grab.